So in this video, I'm going to show you how I made this credenza. I was asked to make a custom credenza with monkey pod veneer, and I am doing the sides over here right now. I have done a fair amount of veneer work, not a whole lot. This is a really beautiful veneer. I get it from GL Veneers in California, and I'm using a CRM brand spray-on glue, which is a really good glue for these smaller projects. I usually spray 2 coats on both surface, on the veneer and also on the cabinet itself. It has a little bit of a wiggle room, so if you gently press it on, you are able to take it off. But if once you press it on, it won't come off without ripping the actual veneer. Here I just use a method where I put a blocking in the back so I can cut the edge of the veneer nice and straight, and I'm putting some monkey pod face frame on the front. I just made it wide enough to cover the edge of the plywood that I'm using, the cabinet grade ply. I glued it on and I pin nailed it on, and it came out pretty cool. In the center there's going to be 3 drawers, and the 2 sides is going to be 2 doors that are opening. I'm trying to work mainly on making the front grain matched horizontally, so you will see it later in this video when I'm actually making the layout on these pieces. I am installing here undermount bloom hinges, and I have solid birch drawer boxes with dovetail joinery. I usually how I make all my drawer boxes unless it's requested otherwise. You can also make these drawer boxes out of walnut or other wood types, depends what the plans or the design is calling for. These soft close hinges or slides are actually, they are quite good. I love using them. They're easy to install, and there's a lot of adjustability on all of them. When I cut the panels on the front, it was very important that I marked them with tape so I know which edge was going with which panel. And it's an important sequence because you could really mess it up when you are cutting the sequence in these drawer fronts. And then of course, once the veneer put on, I'm doing the edge banding. In this case, I used walnut edge banding because that was the closest to monkey pod once it's finished. And I pre-cut all my edges and all my tops and bottoms. And I usually get the edges edge banded first. I'm using the Festool Contour edge bander, which is a great system. I don't do a lot of edge banding, so I didn't need to buy an actual edge bander, but this tool is an extremely useful tool and it's very easy to use. You do have to dial it in pretty good, but it's great for smaller projects. It's pretty pricey. It's about $3,000, but you can do a lot of different projects with this, and also you could edge band curved radiuses, inner radius and outer radiuses, which is really useful in some cases, in some custom pieces that we are making in the shop. So you can see in this clip how the edge bending is actually going on the edge. And it's very simple. It's moving on your own speed. And it comes with a kit that's pretty cool. It's got these nice little gadgets in it with the flush cutter that I'm using here. And then I also have a trimmer that cuts the excessive edge banding off. And then a little tool that helps me to clean up the edges real nice. One of the things I found useful is that the actual rubber roller that feeds the edge banding, it gets glue on its every now and then, and it's really useful to clean it up, because if you have too much glue on it, it could make the edge banding go in the wrong direction, and you end up with a crooked edge band, and some places it won't cover the edge, and then you have to redo it. The easiest way to redo it is just to use an iron and heat up the glue and then just pull the edge banding off. Here I'm doing doors. You could see the blue tape on everything because I had to sequence the grain. So when I'm putting it back together, they actually match up. And this was a very useful, simple way of marking it. And also it gives you a better visibility and a better idea on what you're finishing and what piece you're working on. Then I install the doors and the drawer faces. This is also an important section here, or phase per se. It's very important that you line up the door fronts, the drawer fronts good, because you can only cut from the bottom and from the top to make sure that the grain is actually matching. If you start hacking away in the middle, which is like the middle drawer on the top and the bottom, then the grain is not going to match up perfectly. You can get away with a tiny cut, like maybe once, but you can't really cut 2 or 3 times, because then the grain starts to vary and it won't look nice when you finish the final piece and you start putting it on. It'll be very visible that it's not how it lines up. Here in the spray booth now, I'm spraying the finish on it. I actually sealed the veneer, and the reason for that is I do a very thin coat of vinyl sealer first, because the glue I'm spraying on is solvent based, and it's important not to spray it heavy, because the veneer could soak through with a heavier coat and it could dissolve the glue underneath, and then you get bubbles, not the whole thing, but just in patches. And that way you do a thin coat or a couple of thin coats, and then it prevents that problem on the veneer. I also used a wood-backed veneer, not the paper-backed. I like the wood better because it has a better hold, a better structure, and I usually use that type of veneer. Here you can see the finished spraying. It came out really nice. There's a couple of different veneers you can buy from GL Veneers in California, and this is one of the types that you can get. And here you could see the edge, and you could see the front. It's kind of a crazy looking grain, but that's how Monkey Pod is. And it's really, I don't consider it as easy for the eye, but some people loves these, so that's how I made it. We also created a top for this that was given to us by the client. They had this in the family for many years, and they asked us to refinish this, and you can see it in the next picture here when we ended up delivering it and install it.